breakthroughs in science and technology, innovations in business and beyond. Join us as we educate, enlighten, and entertain. This is Advancements. Coming up on Advancements, a blend of heritage with modern technology drives innovation across the restaurant industry. Learn how advanced solutions can protect and improve the quality of plant life in greenhouse environments. Artificial intelligence is redefining the way businesses utilize data. And developments in sustainable on-demand hydrogen are revolutionizing home heating. This and more, all ahead in the next half hour.
Welcome, I'm Ted Danson. From industry leaders on the cutting edge of business management to the key players responsible for reducing environmental impacts, today's episode is geared to keep you up to date and informed on the latest topics and current trends.
The restaurant industry is facing unprecedented challenges. Rising costs, labor shortages, and evolving consumer preferences are forcing restaurants to rethink their pricing and profitability strategies.
The restaurant industry is facing so many challenges. We have rising costs every place. We have a labor shortage. We have food inflation. We have inflation in all of our cost of goods. We have the back and forth with tariffs. We have competitors in all different areas, even outside the restaurant industry. We have grocers that are doing, ready-to-eat meals. So we have pressure from all sides, as well as a consumer that is so value-driven while also wanting on demand. So they want it when they want it, how they want it, the way they want it. And so we have all shifted to make that work while just facing enormous headwinds and pressures.
The consumer demands, they're always changing. You look just back a few years ago, everybody just wanted meat and nobody wanted starches, nobody wanted any of that. Now it's about sustainability. They want to make sure there's less waste. They want to make sure that they're getting a good value for what they're bringing in. Same thing with food cost. If you look at that and if stuff's coming back, your portions are too big. So that's giving you permission to reduce the portion size a little bit and the customers will still enjoy it. And it's going to help lower your food cost. Now, I think labor is probably the biggest thing nowadays. I think it's really important to not think of labor as a number. And investing in labor actually is the best thing I think you can do to make everything else look good to your customers and make your restaurant better.
Despite lingering challenges, the food service industry is forecast to reach $1.5 trillion in sales this year. To drive value and remain competitive, restaurants will need to provide a mix of experience, hospitality, and affordability.
What you can do is leverage everything within your restaurant and all of the context around your restaurant to really set yourself apart. Setting yourself apart is crucial in a highly competitive industry such as the restaurant business. Making sure that you understand how you do community outreach, how you do brand management, and everything concerning reaching the guests. That also now implies heavily with social media and guest ratings from various online sources. Integrating online ordering technology and delivery platforms to stay competitive is so crucial now. Dine-in foot traffic in a restaurant is not 80% to 90% of your sales. From what we have seen in the restaurant business that's fully data-driven, foot traffic is now between 50 to 60%. The remaining is online ordering or other sales channels that you can leverage. So it is a completely different way for you to engage with your audience because that changes your strategy, your marketing efforts, how you spend money to achieve all of those promotions and everything else.
Meeting customers' wants and needs and creating an experience that keeps them coming back is paramount to growth. Consumer demand for value-driven dining shaped the restaurant landscape in 2024, and that focus isn't fading anytime soon.
Today's consumer is focused on value-driven dining as a result of what's occurring in every household in America with the economy. Consumers are looking to spend their money wisely, and they're looking for a value proposition when they do it, but still to have the experience of dining in a restaurant with their family.
My family has been in the restaurant business in Dallas since the turn of the century. And so there was the Dickey's Coffee Shop, and my grandfather, Travis Dickey Sr., worked there. And then a couple miles from there, he built Dickey's Barbecue. So he was a guy that came from East Texas, and he liked to smoke meats, and a lot of people do, as a preservation tactic. And so what he decided to do was take this beer bar, it was right next to his house, built a brick pit on the back of it, and made it a barbecue restaurant. And so that's where it started in 1941.
What was once a small family-run barbecue joint has grown into the world's largest barbecue chain.
The reason that we've been around so long and we've built ourselves into the largest barbecue chain is because we focus on simplicity and quality, but we stick to our roots. And when you see restaurants like changing directions, they don't know who they are, what they want to be, that's where they get into trouble.
By honoring its rich heritage and embracing modern technology, the company's legacy of quality, tradition, and innovation continues to drive the brand forward.
Obviously, there's so much more competition today than there was, 1941 and 1990 and 2001. And so we've introduced a lot of business controls, a lot of technology, enhanced training. But as far as the end product and what we stand for and what our brand is, that's the things that we haven't changed. I think that's a hallmark for any good brand, is knowing what you need to evolve to stay current and stay ahead of the competition, and what your legacy is and your brand is, what you never need to change.
We have evolved so that we don't fail. We have definitely redesigned all of our restaurants. We have made them smaller. We have shrunk that footprint so that we have better unit economics for every square foot of the restaurant. We've opened the kitchen so that folks can see that wonderful, gorgeous hickory wood pit. And so we've really been able to personalize the experience as we've brought in technology.
In the future, the technology suite plans to integrate AI-driven solutions and back-of-house automation to further improve efficiency and customer engagement.
Folks often join the business because they don't want to be in a traditional office environment. And so they don't think a lot about that back of house, about the computers, about the technology, but it has really made such a difference. The POS is now the nerve center of the restaurant. We went from having no technology to having technology in all aspects of the business, whether that is online ordering, whether that is app, whether that is loyalty, whether that is data, whether that is back of the house operations, or even pulling in AI and machine learning to better serve our guests and personalize that experience. I say now that the phone eats first. Whether it's how they order, or Instagramming what they're ordering, or telling us what they think about it, it all starts with that technology.
People are now seeing barbecue, because of us, as more of a mainstream brand. And so the way that we harness our technology, our marketing, the locations that we choose, all of that is to make it more of an everyday option. And that's really what's helped us to expand. And that's what no other barbecue place has really been able to make the breakthrough. And that's what actually we've been able to do. And so that's what's been exciting.